A central features of the new paradigm shift that a lot of people talking about is technology is getting closer to us. When the first mainframe launched in 1950, the size of the computer was so huge that it needed a room for itself. It's only for those people with a degree in computer science knew how to use it. In 1980s, when the personal computer commercialized, now we can easily to have a computer at work or a computer at home. Today, okay. So today, most of us have a smartphone in our pockets. What you can see also, I'm wearing a health band on my wrist. It actually helped me to monitor my heart rate, even at night, to help to tell me the quality of my sleep. It won't be long that silicon-based tools will be actually inside our bodies. Technology, it's creating a lot of data and in fact creating a lot of new opportunities. Some of the people describe that data is the next, please. So some people describe that data is the next oil. And analytics help us to create the value of the data. According to IDC, that by 2020, 20% of the GDP will be supported by transformation, for digital transformation. And digital transformation has already happened. China has been the powerhouse in the world with more than 6% GDP growth for many years. And it's expecting to continue. For the Chinese government, the developments of the technology sector is critical for the current 5-year plan. Technology is part of the ambitions for the government for the economic growth. As you can see, majority of the initiative from the government all depends on technologies. I visited Beijing exactly 20 years ago in 1997 in December. I remember when I first visited Beijing, having a smartphone, actually having a mobile phone was a luxury. So now, there's over billions people mobile subscriber in China. 700 million of them are using WeChat for communication. It is not just about changing the devices, but it is changing the way we communicate. And you can see in this picture, I'm not even typing a word. I'm using icon, I'm sending web packets. It is a completely change of communications. It is developing a new culture because of technology. When I first visit Beijing, if I need something, I have to physically go to a shop. Using credit card is basically impossible. Today, I can easily pay all my bills, doing all my mobile transactions over the mobile phone. In November 11, Alibaba had the largest single-day promotion. It hit $25 billion in value transaction. Tencent, which is the owner of WeChat, the market value is bigger than Facebook. When I first visited Beijing in 1997, going to a bank is a challenging experience. Now I can do all my banking over my phone. Based on the People Bank of China, the total mobile transaction in China is 200 times bigger than in US. When I first visited Beijing in 1997, taking a taxi, meaning that I need to stand on the street regardless of the weather to get a taxi. Now I can easily use Didi to get a private car, and the driver will make sure to open the door for me that I have a different experience. In 1997, when I first visited Beijing, everyone had a bicycle as the main means for transport. Today, I can easily, just by spending 15 cents of US dollar, I can get a bicycle at anywhere, anytime. To share with you my daily life, I normally wake up around 7 o'clock with an alarm set with the online radio. And then I'm still on my bed, I'm already checking any important message on my WeChat. While I'm refreshing myself, I'm trying to set up Didi to get my car picked up. While on my car, I actually read all my news headline from Toutiao. When I arrive at my office building, I'm using my phone to order my breakfast by the app provided by the cafe. When I arrive in my office, I use Skype to start my meetings. And then before lunch, I can use the app to book a table for my lunch. And then I can also buy anything I need on the same day through online. If I order it before 11 o'clock, I can get my product at home at night. And then I can check my company performance by using the apps and broadcast it to my team using WeChat. Then, before I'm coming to this event, I can even check my schedule and book and check in my ticket. Now I can call Didi again and go back home. While I'm in the car ride, I can actually order a facial with the beautician come to my home. And as well, I can order my dinner. When I arrive home, the dinner already arrived. Before I go to sleep, that is the best part of my life. I can call my mom and then talk to her. This is her dog, it's called Bailey. This is my daily life. 15 different apps that I use every day as a minimum. It sounds fantastic, isn't it? It sounds very good, isn't it? However, I need to tell you that also creates a lot of different stress that I'm facing as well. Like, I keep reading all the news on the internet. It's basically non-stop. I basically track all my messaging, news while I'm waiting for meeting. When I sit in the car, and I even bring my phone to the washroom to check my messages. My boss, my clients, my partners, my friends, they all expect my response immediately. Because of my job, any article that I post online or press release that I send out, I worry about how many hits, how many likes, and also the comments. And the most stressful things that I need to face is that I need to keep up of the rapid change of technologies. in order to stay ahead of my competition. This is the amount of stress that we are facing. There is a recent study from Sweden saying that heavy cell phone use increase the sleep disorder. Also lately, in China Daily, they also quote from Beijing Suicide Research and Prevention Center that this depression is the top 3 public health issue. Techno stress, that is the term I was suffering because of how we use technologies, because of everything around us. Techno stress is a disease caused by an inability to deal with new technology in a healthy manner. Some of the people say that, well, then let's control the ways of using technology. And some people advise that we should try to minimize the connections of technologies. However, with my daily example, it is very hard to just step aside from technologies. And in fact, because of the new opportunities that it created, we can't afford to miss the opportunity. Let me share with you my personal story. I was overwhelmed by all the stress. A few years ago, one of my friends told me that she was making soap herself. Then I feel that this is very interesting. Then I do a search online and I find a class and I start to learn how to make soap. And I love it. Everything is natural. I can create my own formula. And the truth is that by doing everything with my hand for an hour is very relaxing. Immediately, I realized that how many people and friends around me was suffering by skin problem. It's very clear to me that it was because of the amount of workload and stress that they are dealing, especially for female leaders in the IT industry, that we need to deal with all the technologies around us, on top of the family, take care of the kids, take care of the elderly parents. And it comes that their own concern is the last that they can take care of, and they are suffering. One of my colleagues, she is actually extremely stressed workload, and her skin is very sensitive that she needs to see doctor every year. So I gave her a bar of my soap. She loved it. And then she started to make the soap herself as well. Amazingly, her skin improved. I started to actually give out my soap to my friends as a gift. And there's more to request for it. And I built up my own, and I make it as my own little business as well. To sell the soap as well as to teach how to make soap. At the same time, to share my experience of the stress that I'm facing. And at the same time, I realized that it is quite easy to build up a business in China. In this picture, I can easily register my logo. I get a QR code online for an hour, within an hour. I can print all my sticker, boxes, container over the internet. And I can actually sell my product over the payment platform, over the phone. Then I realized that if I technology actually the use of technology will increase my stress. At the same time, it's also help to find my hobbies and also to build up a business. It is really depends on how we use technology. With the paradigm shift, technology clearly changed our life. Technology clearly creates new opportunity. Techno stress is part of the cost of this change. The reason why I share my story is that in hope people begin to aware, because of the way we use technology, there's a new level of stress that we should face and realize. At the end, how should we use technology is all the choice up to us. Thank you.